Hello, my name is Ragnar McFarland, continuing my video series on how to host a Highland Games or Celtic Festival. Today there are a couple of companies that I would like to talk about in talking about how to look for at the games. These are Celtic Jackalope, Kilt Rental USA, and Sport Kilt. Now there's nothing to say that you can't just show up in street clothes and host these games. However, you are a representative not only for your organization, clan that you represent, but you are now a representative of the Celtic Festival or Highland Games. So it's good to look the part. However you want to look is totally up to you, but there are a few basics that you must have.
What you see laid out here are some of the various items that you can use to make up your look. These can range from a very basic to a more traditional dress look. One of the things that I would like to talk about is the Prince Charlie jacket. This is a jacket that you can easily purchase at Kilt Rental USA or even rent. This jacket and vest combo is a very good traditional look, along with the ghillie shoes that you see also. However, these are very pricey items, and perhaps not necessarily good to wear hosting an event. Unless you decide to go with the more formal wear, one of the things you might want to consider is just a t-shirt. Now, the best thing to do is to get with your organization and see if they have a very clan-specific shirt that they want you to wear. This will be one that's endorsed by the organization. However, if you do not, one place I would recommend is Celtic Jackalope, who has very traditional shirts such as these with a front and a back that shows off what clan you are. Now normally these games generally take about 2 days, so what I like to do is I like to wear the first shirt that you see here and then a different shirt on the next day as more of a relaxed shirt. Another thing that you might want to consider is getting yourself a name tag. What this does is this helps separate you a bit from the normal people who are just wandering around, because a lot of these shirts are available and it's always a good idea to have something that kind of separates you from everybody else. One of the most important things to talk about is your kilt. There are different varieties of kilts that you can get. Some of the more traditional ones, which you see here, are ones that will cost you the most money. These are the ones that are made with very strict rules and adherences to Scottish law. These kilts will run anywhere from $300 on up, and if you can find one that's at a cheaper price, by all means jump on it as soon as you see it. But if you can't afford something that's more traditional style as this, I would suggest sportkilt.com. These kilts are machine washable, polyester blend, and they come in a variety of different clan patterns. The nice thing about these kilts is they're Velcro. The Velcro means that they are easily able to connect to your body without any belt loops, belt straps, or any other type of devices used to hold up your kilt. Now, if you want to get these other aspects, it would cost you more money, but this particular kilt right here will cost you in the range of under $100. The more bells and whistles you add to it, of course, the more expensive it's going to get. Next, let's talk about one of the accessories that you can get with your kilt. This would be the kilt pin, and although I can easily tell you about this kilt pin, I'm going to leave this up to my daughter, Anna McFarland, who will best be able to describe this kilt pin to you and what their uses are for.
Alright, this is a non-clan specific kilt pin. You can find clan specific kilt pins at various locations. They're generally used to hold the bottom flap of your kilt closed, which is a good thing. This one is sterling silver. They come in all kinds of ranges, from plastic all the way to sterling silver. They're white bronze, white gold, all over. Pretty much it's the same as any piece of jewelry. You can get it in various types, with stones, without stones. It's completely up to you the one you want to get. I would also recommend looking into any symbology that you want to put into your kilt pin. A lot of people do enjoy doing that. This one has the thistle, which is the national flower of Scotland, the sword for strength, and as well as a dragon for various different things. Dragon spans lots of different meanings, but yeah, it's completely up to you, your own personal choice where you can get them, and you can get them at places like Celtic Jackalope also does have them online, and there are various other vendors at many of the games. I know several people who have multiple kilt pins as well and choose to wear them depending on matching with their swords and their shirts and various other things.
Moving down your body, we're now going to talk about the kilt hose. The kilt hose are primarily just really rather large socks that ride up your calf. These help obviously protect you from, what you want to wear on your shoes and everything like that. These are a really good idea to wear because it helps to complete the overall look. Another thing that you might want to think about getting are your kilt flashers. Now originally, back in the day, kilt hoses and other garments for your feet did not have elasticity, so that means it didn't stay up in your body very well. So originally what they would do is take a string or ribbon and tie it to their calf to be able to keep them up. Eventually this added on to the fact of adding on part of your tartan to help represent who you are. These particular ones are handmade by my mother-in-law, but you can also get these at Sport Kilt if you happen to get yourself a sport kilt through them. This way your kilt and your kilt flashers match.
The final couple pieces that you would want to use for your overall look really depends on you, although one of them I would definitely suggest is called the sporran. The sporran is nothing more than a pouch that you're able to keep things in while you're walking around. As you can tell, I don't necessarily have any pockets to be able to carry my wallet, so it's a good idea to have sporran. This particular model usually comes, or a lot of the sporrans usually come with a chain that wraps around you. I have since lost that chain because I don't really care for the way that feels. However, you can get clasps such as these that easily attach to the back of the sporran that you can attach to your belt, in which case you also need a belt. The belt you choose can be any type you want, although I prefer the clasp style as opposed to a Velcro or a belt buckle type. This is just my preference, but any one that you choose to use you can get at Sport Kilt, or you can even get at Kilt Rental USA or any various vendors that you see around at one of the festivals.
Blades are another aspect that you can use to help your overall look. Now if you choose to, you can wear a Scottish Highland blade. However, this tends to be a little bit cumbersome and is best used as a decorative piece. However, there are some blades that you can wear that will not be in the way, one of which is the Scottish dirk. This blade can be held off your belt and be carried around easily and comfortably. If you choose not to go with this route, you can also use the more traditional look, which is called a skin dew knife, or the Black Death knife. These blades are worn usually between your kilt hose and your skin. They're easily carried, and they usually have decorative jewels on them that can show off taste and talent, or can even be made with antlers. These are just some of the blades that you can choose to wear, although I'm sure that there are plenty others if you choose to look for them. The type of footwear that you would want to wear should be comfortable and something that you would be willing to spend all day in. We talked about the ghillie shoes, but those tend to be real expensive, and you are walking around out in the elements and can tend to get scuffed up or dusty. You can go with tennis shoes if you like. These are comfortable, and by no means, people aren't going to be looking at your feet wear all day. However, I kind of like the idea of still keeping somewhat of a traditional look by adding a little bit element of personal taste. I choose to go with boots. These boots are by no means traditional, but they do look nice, and it does add to the overall look of things. There are various types of things you can wear on your head to help keep the elements off. Some people choose not to wear anything whatsoever and just let their hair flow free, as it were. Some people, however, like a more traditional look, and they will wear the more traditional headwear of Scottish dress. However, I'm not so traditional, and when the elements start playing in on me, and as you can tell, I am by no means immune to the elements, I prefer to wear things that just add the overall look for them. This particular item can be purchased at Sport Kilt, and just adds to the overall look, keeps the elements off. However, I have to admit, I usually only wear this when it's raining. Truthfully, I prefer just a good old leather hat. This keeps the elements off, and it still looks nice as well.
This by no means is the complete answer to how you should look at a festival. You can choose to look however you want to, or how much you want to add in, or how much you want to take out. A lot of the stuff I pointed out is just really neat add-ons and not something you really necessarily need to pay attention to. However, the two things that I would definitely suggest is a clan shirt such as this that you can purchase through Celtic Jackalope, or one that your organization would want you to wear, and a kilt, whether you get the more traditional style or one that you get from Sport Kilt. Anything else that you would want to add on, look through your local vendors, look through online to see if you can find the best deals. Again, I would recommend Kilt Rental USA for your Prince Charlie. They have the best deal that I've ever found in used items that you could purchase. Yes, they are used, but they're good quality and sturdy. On top of that, they also have other kilts that you might be able to find at a more reasonable rate, along with your kilt pins and the various different blades. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and I will continue on with these videos. However, this does complete the basics of what you need in order to be a host at a Celtic festival or Highland Games.